And we're going live. That's right, we're going live, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the stream's going to start soon. I want to finish setting the rest of this stuff up and go out and check on my kids. Make sure everybody's set up because we're doing this from my home tonight. And I'm pretty excited. So I will be with everyone shortly and be right back. All right. And we've got about 2 more minutes. Get our water, get the coffee here. Oh. Alrighty. I should have some incense going too. That would be nice. That'd be very nice. Okay, let's do that. All the wonderful, wonderful sounds of the, I'd say pitter patter, but it's more like the thump, thump, thump of children going up the stairs. And it is 8 o'clock. All right. Da, 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 da. All right. Welcome, everybody, to my Facebook Live event for and in behalf of the grand prize winner of the 2019, the very beginning of this year, our first book blog tour with a contest for Chronicles of a Hero. And our winner was Nikkie CORRSAIRT. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, because frankly, that is a very cool name. You have a cool name, Nikkie. And unlike, it's the first time that I've done a book blog tour, and I was excited to do it. It was fun. I think we stopped by like 64 blogs in a month. And the most common thing that I saw with other authors were, $5 to $20, whether it was a Amazon gift certificate or a copy of their book. Um, Thing is, I like to make the first book of my series free, so Prelude to a Hero is free. So not much use giving away something that's already free. But what I wanted to do is, since I'm an illustrator, and that's what I do for a living, as well as drawing, I wanted to be able to provide something different and fun. And I thought what might be nice is allowing the grand prize winner of the book tour, the contest, to choose one of their characters that they like from my book series, and I would do a custom piece of artwork for them live, which is why we're here. So I'm kind of excited about this. Okay, I'm very excited about this. And what I thought would be a hoot, let me do this. I'm going to rearrange some things on my screen here. And so Nikki, I got a hold of her. She was very excited. It was funny because her email said that when she first signed up for the contest, registered for the contest, she says, oh, there you go. Hello, Nikki. Good to see you. And well, this is just my opening piece of artwork. So we're going to do something special just for you. And as I was explaining to everyone, I gave you a choice of any character you wanted from the series. And I don't know how many of the books you've read or if you've read any of the books, but you chose Dax, right? And so here's my picture of Wendell. I usually have that up. I draw a lot streaming. I usually do it on Twitch. So I'll show you. And I've been setting up quite a few characters. But we are going to do something different for you. Now, I have a question for you. This is going to be an 8.5 by 11. It's going to be high definition, full color. I'm also going to do textures. I'm not going to do the textures and the final detail on the stream. I'll do that afterwards, probably in Photoshop. But what I am wondering is, I'm going to do it on 8.5 by 11 so that you can take this to like any Walmart or any place that you have, photos printed out, a Costco, so you can get a high gloss picture of this for like 23 cents, and frame it if you like. And Dax, when I'm done, I'll take it to Dax. He'll sign it over to you, and you'll have a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork. My question to you is this: do you want it a portrait, or do you want it landscape? Do you want it long this way, or do you want it upright? Being a lady, I have respect, and since I have 9 daughters and a darling wife, I have respect for design. I don't have the taste, but my wife and my daughters have such good taste. So, do you want it landscape or portrait? And I know that there's a delay here with the Facebook Live, so I'll give you a second. So once we do that, let's see, landscape, please. All right, that'll work. So we'll go here, standard paper landscape. Now open that up. All right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to get into our pencil. And I've already sketched out what my idea of what I'd like to do for you with Dax. And I'm going to push this out of my face just a little bit. You still hear me okay, I hope. All right. So while I'm doing this, I don't know if you've got any questions for me, Nikki. I thought that was very funny that you said that, if I remember correctly, that you said that you were hoping that you were going to win the prize. And so I thought that was quite hilarious, actually. All right. Nice thing is when we're done with this, and you've got your picture, and I'll even do a replay. We'll do a fun, fast speed drawing of this when it's done. It's my iPad records things, so it records every single stroke, which is kind of fun. So I was telling my fiance when I entered what a great thing it would be to win. Well, that's just awesome. I'm so happy to do this. I tell you the truth, I mean, I do a lot of drawing on Twitch. I did for the longest time. I haven't since I've moved, but I did for the longest time. I just love drawing live and interacting with people. So that's why I decided I wanted to do this for somebody. I was so nervous. I was so incredibly nervous because I thought, what if they really don't want to have this? But then I had to ponder, wait, but then if they didn't want it, they wouldn't register for the contest. So that kind of was a silly thought. All right. So the way that I draw is very simple. I do my pencil sketches first and rough it all out. Then we do inks, and then we do color. Is your fiance going to be able to watch this? Are you guys watching it together, or? So you live in Colorado? Is that correct? What's the weather like there right now? You guys get a lot of snow right now? Because I'm here in Utah, and I'm telling you, it has been rainy and windy like crazy. They're going to blow this house down, except for it's cement, so not likely. You guys get up at 1 a.m. for work? Oh, that's perfect. Show the replay. Absolutely. I do love these replays. That's one of the features that this is the third time, I think, that I've done Facebook Live. And it's not bad. It's not bad. I think I'm going to do a lot more. Montrose, rainy and windy here. Thunder not long ago. Yeah, I'm kind of trapped in the basement. I ventured upstairs. It was a little difficult for me. So funny story. Over a month ago, I get up in a flurry because it's Tuesday morning and our garbage man gets here like I've never met a punctual garbage man before. We moved in this new neighborhood, and I mean, it's like within 2-3 minutes of 7 a.m., and boom, he's passing by our house every Tuesday. And so I jump up, I look out the window, oh crud, I didn't get the cans out. And he's already going around, but he goes around we kind of live in a horseshoe street, and he goes down to the main street, and he flips around, he comes back and goes on the other side. So not a problem, there's not a house on the other side, but me and a few of our neighbors, when we miss it, we, take it, go to the other side of the street, right? Not a problem. So I get out there, and the driveway is just one huge, just slick ice. It's just ice. So I'm trying to be really careful, and I'm pulling the garbage can out. I turn around, and my sweet wife, who's very big and pregnant, and also has hurt her left knee, is trying to pull the other garbage can over. And I'm like, no, sweetie, don't do that. Don't do that. Please let me do it. And she's like, I've got it. And I'm like, sweetheart, I don't want anything to happen to you. Please just don't. Let me get it. And I rush back. She's like, no, sweetheart, I've got it. It's okay. And I come over next to her. I take my left hand. I grab it. And I said, sweetheart, I just don't want you to. I didn't even finish the sentence. And I fall. But here's the thing. I fall forward. My right leg goes out. And my left leg goes diagonal in a wonky way, and all my weight goes on, and you hear this massive pop, and I just feel just something tug on the inside of my left knee, and I just fall to the ground. And she's like, okay, I'll take it out. So she takes it out, and I tore the muscles, or not the muscles, I know that there's ACL. I don't know what they call it. It's the tendons on the inside of the knee. Anyway, tore the fibers, and I had to go see a specialist. It was so bad. And he said, wow, he says, you missed surgery by that much. So that's the bummer part. Then the funny part is that 3.5 weeks later, I decide, hey, I'm feeling pretty good. I want to go to church. I want to have a taste of religion today. So on a Sunday. And so I get in the car. My right leg works just fine. I hobble into the car. My son and we go to church in the morning. And as I'm coming out of church, I'm going down the front steps. There's ice on the steps. So I'm careful. I'm holding onto the railing, the steel railing. I'm going down these cement steps. I start to slip. Not a problem. I'm holding on. I just hold on to that railing. I'm good. Problem. My left leg, that's the bum hurt leg, starts slipping. My right leg, the shoe catches on to one of the dry steps of the cement and stays there while I'm slipping forward. I'm walking with 3 of my friends. Guess what? We all hear this large pop, and I go right to the ground. I tore my other tendons, the exact same ones, on the opposite leg. So I've been moved to the basement of my home where I have to live for the next 2 months till my knees heal. Anyway, it's like crap. But luckily, I get to spend time with folks like you, Nikki. Having some fun. All right. Da-da. Yeah. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na. Do-do-do-do-do. All right. Well, I spread the word around and was hoping we'll have some people join. You never know what'll happen. Never know during a stream. Da-da-da. All right. For anyone who's interested, because this is not only going to be this live stream and the replay, but this will also be put on my website and on YouTube. Put that in the channel. One of the things that will be fun is letting everyone know that if you like the origin story of Dax is available if you join the fan club, which is free, at wantedhero.com. Two things you get is you get Race to Till Thorin, the second book in Chronicles of a Hero, for free, and you also get Dax's origin story, which is called An Unsolvable Problem. Alright. That's what we got so far. Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay. There's a rough draft. Okay. Now what we do, let's do a second layer. Do inks. And we're going to do technical pen. And I'm going to need my glasses for this part. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Move my screens around. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that is dirty. Pause for a moment. Get this. I like to be able to see those lines. So Nikki, I'm curious, what, I'm assuming because you entered the contest that you enjoy fantasy? Versions of fantasy? I don't know, what kind of genres do you like reading? I'm just curious. And if you are a fan of fantasy, who are some of your favorite authors? I'm always interested in finding out what people like to read. My kids and I have had the wonderful privilege of actually being able to meet several of our favorite artists, which is our favorite authors, which has been just delightful. I had one of my favorite authors actually took me out to dinner, which was pretty dang cool. We met for the first time, and I tried to take him out to dinner, and he took me out to dinner. Anyway, really neat experience. Nope. Max is such a quirky guy. One of my favorite characters. We're going to make this thicker because I'm just going to fill this in actually. There we go. Alrighty. All right. Alrighty, let's see. Shift my position here. Oh. Alright. Eyes, ears. Gosh, I just wish we could do music. All the copyright crap that people are so... Well, I shouldn't say that. Same goes for authors and artists. But goodness, it'd be nice to be able to actually play a song or something that wouldn't get you marked for copyright infringement. Because you just want to listen to some tunes. Alright, let's see. Okay. I will leave that one out for a moment. Start doing some of the details. Let's get this all fleshed in. Let's see. Okay. Leave it at that. Just making sure I don't miss anybody. All right. I have been pondering and debating. Maybe I should say this live, in case anyone wants to give their feedback, their opinions. I've been thinking for a while now that maybe I should do an experiment on the covers of my books. As you can see here in the stream, that the covers have a very unique the smiley face. And I was told by David Farland, he's if you don't know who he is, he's a international New York Times bestselling author. Really great guy. I like him. And I've become friends, and he's the one that took me out to dinner. But when we talked, I told him about my covers, the idea for my covers, and the idea behind them is that in the stories, Wendell has a shirt. This started in the original comic books, but Wendell has a shirt that has a smiley, what do you call them, emoticons? And unique thing about it is it's magical in that it displays the actual emotions that he's feeling. So he can be, smiling or looking really stern or trying to be brave. And if he's terrified of something, the smiley face would be freaking out. And I did that in the comics, and it was fun because of the reaction that I got from kids. And I just loved it. It was the first thing that young readers of the comics would notice. The funny thing was, the grown-ups never noticed it. Always had to be pointed out to them. They just didn't notice, and it changed from frame to frame in the comic book, which I really enjoyed drawing. Anyway, so I wanted to put those as the covers of the books, and I'm not sure that it's being it hasn't received the greatest reception. I don't know if it's because now I'm doing young adult as opposed to a comic book. That could definitely be a reason. But I wonder, because we do judge books by their covers. We really do. No matter what we say, we do. And I'm wondering if I drew something more epic and full color instead of just a smiley face. Albeit they're animated smiley faces. I love them. But I want the readers to love them. I want readers to look at them and, just gasp and say, I want to read that book. I wonder what that is. I can't wait to check it out. And so I'm wondering if I should play with a different set of covers. Tried one set, but it was just a variation of the same thing. Now I'm thinking, I wonder if I should actually not do the smiley at all and see what the reception is. So I can do lots of things. Being able to draw myself. It's a thought. Would love to get some feedback from especially anyone who's actually read the books. Well, I will have to admit that the most common comment that I received during the book tour were how curious or nice or unusual the covers were. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So nice thing to hear. Lots of compliments. All right. Okay. I'm curious, Nikki, did I say your last name correctly? Is it CORRSAIRT? Even if I said it wrong, I bet you it's something really cool. There's got to be something cool. I mean, it's beautiful spelling. All right. Dun-dun. Let's do this. We'll do this. All right. So now that we've got the basic pen done, now what we'll do is we'll get rid of the pencil, which already makes it a little bit clearer, cleaner, as you can see. And then what we'll do is we're going to do another layer. Whoops. We'll just leave that for now. We'll do another layer, and we'll see about thickening some of these lines. And do it on the right side. And go like that. Gives the drawing a little bit more character. And there's and on this side. I might need to clean that up actually. Leave that be. Right. Okay. That looks pretty good. I think we're gonna Oops. On this one. Clean that up a bit. I think that looks pretty good. So we'll take these two, we'll join them together, and we'll do a few more little details here. Let's go back to the technical pen, make it small, and we have some fun with this. A little bit bigger. All right. Right. Okay. That here. All right. Mm-hmm. It's fun. I've been reading my books because I have a lot of children, and I've read my books to my older children. It was funny because I had one of my kids, actually two of them, my oldest daughter and my second oldest son, said, "You know, Dad, what's really weird? I've never known life without Dax and Chuck and Wendell. They're like family members because they've always been there." It was funny. I hadn't thought about it that way, but they're right. Been doing it as long as all of them have been alive, and making liking comic books at first, and then it's just odd. I hadn't really thought of it that way, but it's true. It's absolutely true. And I said, well, how do you feel about that? And they're like, well, it's kind of cool. But I was reading I'm reading the series to my youngest kids, my 4 youngest. And of course, Simon is probably my biggest fan. I think he's read the entire series 3 times. Just so funny. In one of our recent podcasts, I brought up a funny situation with Simon, and one where I came home from work, and I walk in the door, and everyone's chuckling. My wife, some of my daughters, and I said, "What's so funny?" My wife's like, "Shh," And what's funny is she points over in the corner where Simon is sitting, and he's reading one of my books. And all his sisters are just sitting around, just watching him and just giggling. And my wife looks at me and she just says, "Shh, just watch." So I walk in the front room, and Simon notices that I'm home, and he's like, "Dad." He says, "Oh my goodness." He says, "You got to hear this." And he reads me a section of the book, and he laughs and he laughs. And he looks at me and he says, "Do you get it, Dad? He meant," and then he pauses and he gives me the look. Then it dawns on him. And this is when he was little. He was like 6 maybe. And he looks at me and he says, "Never mind, you wrote this, huh? Never mind." And everyone just bursts out laughing. And I love that. That's why I did this. That's why it is why I have written the books that I did, that I have. I did them for my own children first, to entertain them and encourage them, and to have fun. I always wanted to be the fun dad. My kids would know that they were loved, that they mattered to me. Gotta be that to your kids. Just have to be that to your kids. Especially in today's world, there's so much screwed up garbage going on. And they just need it more than ever. Try this. Whoops. Make sure we've got all this in the right places. Oh, looks a bit odd there on the side. That's a little bit better. All right. Okie dokie. All right. Okay. Okay. I think we have this puppy inked. I think that's good. Look good? I'm glad. Okay. So now we will take this. We will put those together. We're going to get rid of the pencil. Then we're going to duplicate this. And I'm going to call this one flats. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move this out of my way. I'm going to rearrange some things here. So I can draw this. Okay, so we've got to get a green. And we need a good, but we need kind of an orangish green. A little bit too big. Let's see here. See how this looks. Not quite. Kind of more of a putrid. Not that he's putrid, just Let's see. That's good, because then we're going to do some highlights. So that'll work. That'll work well. All right. See if that'll fill in. Good, good, good. Good, good. Awesome. And we'll fix all those little ones later. All right. So these are the flats that we just fill in. All right. Okay. Ready? Okay. You know what I should do? Because this is driving me nuts. Since we're not having a conversation, I would like to see if I can go do a little extra thing here. Maybe put on a little bit of music with, oh, what is it? It is called, let's see if this is it, YouTube channel. Let's see which it is. Come on, let's be careful. What is it? Drafted digital? Nope, that's my channel. We don't want that. We don't want my channel. We want... I want no... What is it? No copyrights. I know I've got one. I know I have a playlist. I know I do. Nope, that's not it. That's Chris Fox. Maybe this one. Maybe. Maybe this is the one. Come on. Come on. Yes, there we go. Here we go. We'll play all. Let's make sure it's not less loud. So don't worry about it. But at least I know that I won't get called on the copyrights for this. Because it's called No Copyright Sounds. Okay. If it'll load. Maybe it's just too much. Maybe I'm taxing my internet too much. All right. All right. Let's see. Well, this sucks. Okay, well, forget that then. If that's taxing it too much, then forget it. CPU. Boy, this is really taxing the computer. That's crazy. I've never had that issue before. Okay. Whoops. There we go. All right. All right, we're at color in the green. All right. So we've got those colors. He has absolute blue eyes, which is so much fun. Got the blue eyes. Let's see, we need gold, don't we? We need gold. We need gold for these earrings. Right? Right. That is too light. We need a deeper gold. That's better. Okay. Gold on the earrings. And get that little bits there. And we'll do that one. There we go. And we do that one. That one through there. And we're going to do a little bit lighter gold for this. And we will make some adjustments to that. Okay. Again, these are just the flats. Oh, we're going to want some lighter browns. Do lighter. I like messing with this cigar. Pick this one, go back to the light. Go back to the dark. Crossed over a bit. Okay. And we will do much darker as we go out to this. Make sure that's filled in. And then darker still. And then to gray. And I'll show you why in a few minutes. Okay, so we've got that. Basic fill-in. We also need to fill in the white because if we take this off, you see there's no white behind. So I'm going to fill in the eyes like so. We'll blow this up, make sure that we have that little bit there and that bit right there. Any other places that need white? No, not really. Okay, background back. So then what we do is we do another one, we do another layer here, and we're going to call this highlights. Now what we're going to start with, we're going to start with Dax's skin, but we're going to do a little bit more we're going to go lighter. That's what we're going to do. A little bit more putrid, I think. And let's see. I think we should use a different brush. Let's see, maybe a wet glaze. Really small. So we've got some. That's a little bit too small. Okay. There we go. Ever so slight, but it seems to come up really well. That's why I like to do this. All right. Okay. A bit up on here. Just trying to highlight some of the areas. We're going to get some other highlights here in a minute. We can do the shadows and the. Do that lightly here, but then we do it stronger with the nail, and then we do it again and again. So it's a little bit layered. Mm-hmm. All right. So it shows just a little bit of contrast there. But then, here's what I like to do. We do another. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to do Studio Pen. Take it down to about 22 brush opacity. And the reason why we're going to do this is because we're going to now go to this side and we're going to create the shadows. Truly bring things out. Like this. My shadows have never been perfect. I've had people point out, that's really not where the light... Well, you're probably right. I use it to enhance the artwork, and I don't know of anyone that's going to grade me on my own pictures. Except for maybe other artists, and I'm a fan of a lot of artists out there. But I do the best. I do the best with what I can, with what I've got. So, if you don't like it, it's easy. Just don't watch. I certainly don't want to bother anybody. So, okay. Let's see. Alright. Righty. Right. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at now? Fill in Nikkie's name. Alright. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh. Alright. Okay. Then what I do is I turn around and I do the reverse. Do the reverse. Now I do the light. curious if anyone's watching. Is the Facebook Live, is it glitching? Because my screen keeps flashing and I'm wondering what is going on. Okay. All right. Okay, now what else have we got? We've got this. We need another highlight. Do smoke. Need to get the right brush. Let's see. Organic, no. Water, no. Industrial, no. Touch-ups. Elements. Clouds. Crystals, no. Smoke. Okay, let's try smoke. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna get a bit of test run first. That's pretty intense. That's a bit too intense. So, let's do this. Let's do half of it. Oh, closer. Let's do this. Nope. Let's see. Bit challenging. Let's see. That looks pretty good. I like that. Now, we need to do ember. We need flames, but I don't know. Let's see, flames. No. That's too much. That's good, but that's not what we want. We want... let's see, elements, clouds. We don't want that. We want... wet glaze, watercolor. Might actually go with the wet glaze. What we'll do is we'll do a red. Let's do a red. And what we'll do is we'll do it very, very light. Very light. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do another one in between here. Ember. Okay. that. A little bit bigger. So bright like that, and then we get a yellow. Nice bright yellow. Just to do in the middle. Let's see how that looks for the ember. I think that's looking pretty good. Okay. Ta-da. I think do the background. Do that background, but you can't see that. If I did a black background, let's see. If I turn all these off and I do black background. That looks good, except for I'm not going to be using that particular, I'm not going to use black. I actually have a texture background for you. So, there you go. There's your drawing, Nikki, and I will create a textured background and have Dak sign it for you. And there you go. And congratulations on winning the grand prize for the Chronicles of a Hero book blog tour contest. So, and I'd like to encourage all of you to come to wantedhero.com and look for Prelude to a Hero, which is the #1 book. The first book in the series of Chronicles of a Hero. It's available free everywhere. You can get it free on wantedhero.com. You can get it free on Amazon, Apple Books, Kobo, wherever books are sold. And if you like it, well, come to wantedhero.com. On the very front page, you can find a sign-up form for our fan club. I love talking with my readers, and I include them in everything. If you sign up, you get a copy of The Unsolvable Problem, or An Unsolvable Problem, which is Dax's origin story. It's not available for sale. It's only available for the members of the fan club. And you also get book #2, Race to Tilthorn, completely free. So, hope you enjoyed yourself, and if nobody else has any other questions, I am so happy to have spent this time with you guys, and we'll do this again soon. And we will talk to you then. See ya.